All right, so let's go ahead and move forward to another divisional game. And that's going to be the NFC West divisional game, and that's going to be the Cardinals, the Desert Birds, going against the San Francisco 49ers, 3-0, and probably the most dominant team in the NFL right now. Let's keep it real. They've absolutely have wrecked teams. It's not that they're even, making it seem like it's supposed to be close. They are just wrecking teams. It's all they're doing right now. Jeff is just literally being a nuisance. And I know all the Niner fans are loving every moment of that situation as well too. You got a spread of 14 for the 49ers this week. Once again, Arizona is going to be the dog this week. Arizona started off this season as a +6 to start the season off. The second week of the year, they were +5, 4.5. Then last week, they were +12.5. When are we going to learn our lesson with the Cardinals? You know what I mean? The Cardinals are 3-0 against the spread. And you know what? I'm not one bit surprised, Jeff. Not one bit surprised. Me and Jeff told you guys during our preview of the Cardinals, they're not going to be a playoff team, but what they will be is a covering team. They may be the most profitable team on the board this year because they're going to have favorable spreads that they can cover each week because they're not going to be taken as seriously as they should be. But I feel bad for them this week because I actually switched my play at the last minute. I was just going to go ho hum and say, you know what? Oh, yeah, man, let me go ahead and take the Cardinals, because they'll cover this week, just like you had them week one, because I didn't have them week two and I didn't have them week three. But I had the feeling that they would cover. And pretty much what I did here was I said, you know what? We're going to go in reverse because we know who the most popular pick is going to be on the spread this week. It's going to be the Cardinals because they got the most favorable spread, and people feel like they're going to be smart this week by taking the Cardinals. Well, I'm about to be a little cocky here, but this is the week where the Cardinals absolutely get took to the woodshed. 49ers by 17 or better, bro. I'm taking the 13 and a half. I'm doing what Jeff does. I'm going to spend an extra dime and take the 13 and a half for them to win by 2 touchdowns. But I feel like we safe with them winning by 17 or better. I feel confident in this because I did the same thing last week with the Niners, and they took care of me on the alternate spread last week on the 12 and a half. So why not trust them again on the 13 and a half against an even worse team in the Cardinals? And they got 10 days of rest as well, too. So book it, Jeff. 13 and a half to the 49ers win a absolute beatdown of the Cardinals. Your thoughts, and who do you have covering or winning this game?
Uh, my true number was 14 with a 41 and a half. Now up to 44 at Circa, 43 at South Point, and 43 and a half at the Westgate. When I'm breaking down basic math, can the Cardinals get to 13, 14, or even 17? Dobbs has been amazing. Uh, um, let's get real here. Everyone's got San Fran versus Philly this year already, and we're only at week 3 now into week 4. Um, Dominant on both sides of the ball. Is Ayuk going to play this week? I think he will. How many turnovers will Dobbs have? I bought the hook to 14 and a half. So if this lands on 14 pops, say 27-13, we both win here. Are the Cardinals going to win outright? No. Yeah, I would use the 49ers in your suicide pools this week. Just survive in advance. Don't try to get cute like everyone did last week with the Cowboys, with the Ravens, with the Jaguars. They're outside looking in. If you haven't used the 49ers, use the 49ers in your survivor pools. I think the Cards might cover the 14 and a hook. Obviously, you can't have 2 or 3 turnovers. Try to slow McCaffrey down. Good luck. But give me the 14 and a half and pray, pups.
Well, me and Jeff, you know what? There will be no loser. There will be no loser here if we wound up having a 2 touchdown win for the 49ers. So we meet in the middle and we both win. So that's the way that you can win in this game is where you take a 13 and a half on one side, you take a 14 and a half on the other side, and then meet me in the middle. It can happen. It can happen. All right. So